Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, a 16-year-old Graves County high school student is facing felony terroristic threatening charges after he allegedly sent text messages threatening a school shooting during an afternoon pep rally. Graves County Schools Public Relations Director Paul Schaumburg told Source 16 that the minor was allegedly overheard on a bus ride yesterday talking about bringing a gun to school and that there was someone he was unhappy with. Schaumburg said the teen was arrested and charged with felony terroristic threatening and misdemeanor disorderly conduct around 11:15 this morning. He is currently lodged in the McCracken County Juvenile Detention Center in Paducah and will remain there until he goes before a judge on Tuesday. Well, after nearly 2 hours of deliberations, a jury found a Clarksville man guilty of wanton murder, among other charges, and recommended a sentence of 20 years in prison. 21-year-old Antoine Rouse kept his head down during most of his trial and teared up moments after the verdict was read by Christian County Circuit Court Judge Andrew Self. After Rouse was found guilty, the mother of 23-year-old Fort Campbell soldier Joshua Rogers, who was instantly killed February 16, 2010 in Oak Grove after Rouse was driving drunk and crashed into his vehicle, spoke on the witness stand.
And for that, I will never forgive him. Never. In my heart, it just is broken that every breath Mr. Rouse takes is one my child will never take. A part of me died that day when that sergeant and that chaplain came to my door. He has robbed my child of a life, something no one should be able to take from someone. It's just unbearable. There's not a day in the last 11 months that I have not cried for my child.
Final sentencing is scheduled for Thursday, March the 10th. Residents and Katie's officials joined Mayor Lynn Bailey in downtown this morning as he proclaimed today a day of mourning. The day recognizes all of the Fort Campbell soldiers who have given their lives protecting our country's freedom. Trigg County Judge Executive and military veteran Stan Humphreys spoke to Source 16 about what the proclaimed day means to him.
Obviously, there's Fort Campbell's in our back door part of the land, and Trigg County was taken to be used for Fort Campbell, so we have a great deal of respect, and with the ties that bind us between Trigg County and Fort Campbell, we're certainly supportive of the efforts, but we realize that it comes at a great cost.
A crowd of over 50 gathered for the day of mourning for the event held in front of City Hall. Two local men are among Governor Steve Beshear's appointments to state boards and commissions announced today. Founder and owner of Agrichem, Wayne Hunt of Hopkinsville, was reappointed to the Kentucky Agricultural Finance Corporation Board of Directors to serve a term expiring February 4th, 2015. He represents cash grain farmers, and his term is effective next month. In addition, the governor appointed the owner of Forshee Building Supply, Paul Forshee of Katie's, to the Kentucky Foundation for the Arts Board of Trustees. Forshee's term will expire October 14th, 2014. Communities across western Kentucky will be participating in the annual NAACP Martin Luther King Jr. March on Monday. In Hopkinsville, the march will start at the Boys and Girls Club on Walnut Street at 10 o'clock Monday morning and will end at the Durrett Avenue Baptist Church on Church Street around 11.
It's so important that we keep the spirit alive because, even as we speak, and we have not arrived yet. We're not one nation with liberty and justice for all in this country. And so until we get that point, we must continue to commemorate his legacy.
The NAACP is asking that each participant donate a canned food item for the Aaron McNeil Center's food pantry. And just this reminder, federal, state, and some local offices will be closed Monday in observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. A 31-year-old Hopkinsville woman who told police she lost consciousness was injured in a single-vehicle wreck on Fort Campbell Boulevard last night. According to Hopkinsville police, Joy Newton was driving north on Fort Campbell Boulevard around 6 o'clock when she lost consciousness near John Reeves Road, causing her pickup truck to veer off into the median and cross into the southbound lanes of traffic. Newton then regained consciousness and returned the vehicle to the median. Police report Newton complained of neck, back, head, and right arm pain and was transported by ambulance to Jenny Stewart Medical Center, where she was treated. A traffic stop in Louisiana landed a Clarksville man in jail after police reportedly found 117 pounds of marijuana in the trunk of his car. Around 6 o'clock yesterday morning, the Combined Anti-Drug Task Force in Lake Charles initiated a traffic stop on a car traveling east on I-10, according to SulphurDailyNews.com. Police reported that the driver, 34-year-old Francis Toole of Overton Drive, Clarksville, was acting suspiciously. After police were given permission to search Toole's vehicle, a detective recovered 117 pounds of pot in several luggage bags in the trunk. The marijuana has an estimated street value of about $117,000. Toole was arrested and charged with possession of marijuana with intent to distribute and transactions involving proceeds from a drug offense. A traffic stop by state police last night led to the arrest of 2 Carlisle County men on burglary and drug charges. A Kentucky State Police trooper initiated a traffic stop when he saw a vehicle with 1 headlight and no taillights. State police found 30-year-old Milo Thomas Parham of Bardwell in the vehicle, who had an active arrest warrant from Hickman County. In addition to the warrant, Parham was arrested and charged with third-degree burglary and theft by unlawful taking under $300. Now, during the investigation, police say information was obtained in connection to a burglary of West Side Garage in Hickman County that led to the arrest of 31-year-old James West of Arlington and the recovery of several items that had been reported stolen. West was charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia, as well as possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. West and Parham were both booked into the Hickman County Jail. Authorities are investigating 2 separate thefts where trailers were reportedly stolen. A Christian County Sheriff's Department report released today says John Carroll of Cambry Contracting in Morgantown filed a report Wednesday that sometime between January 7th and Wednesday, unknown suspects removed a 25-foot gooseneck flatbed trailer, similar to the one in the picture, valued at around $6,300 from a work site on Buckford River Road. In the second theft, Thomas Bryce of Princeton Road reported Tuesday to the Sheriff's Department that sometime that day, someone took a 16-foot dual-axle trailer valued around $1,400 from behind his residence. Hopkinsville police are investigating the alleged theft of a car from an apartment complex. According to the reports, Tychia Walton of Oak Tree Villa Apartments reported yesterday that sometime Wednesday morning someone stole her 2001 gold Hyundai XG300, similar to the one in this picture from outside her apartment. The vehicle is valued around $2,000. A former Kentucky Supreme Court Chief Justice has dropped his plans to run in the Attorney General's race. According to reports out of Frankfort, Joseph Lambert announced on Thursday he is dropping his plans to run for Attorney General this year because the current Chief Justice, John Minton, a Trigg County native, declined to grant him a leave of absence from the senior program. The senior program allows retired judges to hear a limited number of cases. Lambert said his service as a senior judge is nearly 2/3 complete. So far, Republican Hopkins County Attorney Todd Pipool is the only person to file for the Attorney General race. However, Democrat Jack Conway, the current Attorney General, has said that he plans to run for re-election. Well, in case you missed our 10 o'clock news last night, the superintendent of the North Marshall Water District in Benton is behind bars for allegedly pocketing thousands of dollars to be used for water district services. 33-year-old James Bradley Anderson was arrested yesterday after being indicted by the Marshall County Grand Jury on a single charge of theft by unlawful taking over $500. Kentucky State Police say that in mid-November they received an anonymous complaint regarding the alleged misuse of the water district's funds. After a lengthy investigation, State Police determined that Anderson withheld over $4,000 in payments for water district services. In addition, the investigation revealed that Anderson kept a majority of the payment in cash and deposited the rest into his personal banking account. Anderson is lodged in the Marshall County Detention Center. 3 local schools presented their comprehensive school improvement plans last night during a special called Christian County Board of Education meeting. Spokeswoman Reagan Honeycutt recapped what each school-based decision-making council had to say.
Well, School, for example, one of our highest performing elementary schools in the district, and they gave some detailed explanations for why they have been able to achieve proficiency for so many years in a row. Hopkinsville Middle School is our fastest improving middle school, very close to surpassing the state average, and they talked a little bit about some of the interventions that they've put in place to help them find success. Hopkinsville High School Principal Demetria Choice highlighted the almost 8-point or a little bit over 8-point improvement that they've accomplished in the last 2 years, but she said they still have quite a bit of work to do to achieve all of their goals.
The next regular school board meeting is scheduled for Thursday evening, January 20th. Well, the Christian County Republican Party is looking for new ideas. The executive committee invited Marshall County Commissioner Misty Drew to speak about her experience as a grassroots Republican candidate and female in recent elections.
Well, you know, Marshall County is heavily Democratic, and basically if you've not been born there, if you're not a man, if you're not on the Democratic ticket, you really have had no chance in the past. But I think we were able to go in this election and just say, you know, it's really about the person, it's about the community, it's about the things that we want to do, and we changed the landscape of what's always been known to work before, and made it about the people.
Drew said she hopes to make information better available to residents in Marshall County. She plans to do that by developing a new Marshall County website.